everybody, it is Christine. It is time for Mix It Up Monday with the paper snob, Miss Tara. Here's the sketch that she dropped in here. It was created by Jennifer. She's got mixed media behind this big nice circle. She's got hearts on it. I'm not gonna do hearts. That's not really ever, I mean with a sketch it's like, whatever you want to do. But we then have, so we have a big circle and then we have three little circles. I'm imagining these are the photo circles. Some embellishments here and there, and then the title's kind of going along here. What I've got, technically I have 4 photos, but I'm not going to use all 4 because they're just of Miss Birdie. She likes to chill in the lawn furniture, and I thought it was funny. So I'm going to pick 3 of these. I think this is going to be my main photo because she's looking right at the camera. And I pulled out a couple punches, and this is going to be for the big circle behind. I'm using, by the way, the Simple Vintage Linen Market. I've had this about not a year. I've had it since the summer, and I'm like trying to look at my stuff over there, and I go, okay, I've got a lot of this I could probably use up. I'm going kind of with this yellow green, but then I have some blue. So I'm probably going to I don't know what I'm going to do. I may pull in like the butterflies or something like that. I need to pull some stuff out. The title is supposed to be curved. I may use this So Sweet though, because she is really sweet. I'm not certain. But then my mixed media, I have this mowed lawn and shabby shutters in the greens because I thought that could be pretty. I'm going to use this as my big circle, and I thought it could be pretty behind that. We'll see. I may need to test that before I just arbitrarily stick that down there. And I may mat the photos in this red. I'm going to have to see what I got going on because I can't put too much pattern on this or it won't really look, I won't be able to see it. So I'm going to have to mess with that. So yeah, so that's what I'm starting with. So what I need to do is, and I wanted to frame it with this blue cardstock because that was in the kit. I do think that's pretty. Offers a little bit of, dimension there. So if I cut this down, I'll make this on top of that in my circle, but I'm going to have to put some mixed media behind this. So that's my little bit of homework. So let me do a little paper trimming and get some water. I'll have some water. Get myself organized here and I'll be back on in a second. Okay, I've pulled out my glass mat so I could cut my circle here. I'm going to use the blue. If you know anything about this system, there's basically a little rail on the inside, a little rail on the outside. And then the little blades they have little legs on them, and then the little legs fit inside the little rail. And depending on how deep or how big you want your circle, you choose the blue, the red, or the green. And there's a little plastic guide that tells you, like, if you're, if you have this particular ring and then you use this color blade, like where you would end up. So I chose the blue one because it makes a slightly, I think it's the smallest circle of the inner one, I think. I can't remember now, but I think so. So I got my circle cut. I'm actually going to end up scuffing that at some point, but I think it's after I put the mixed media down. I've also trimmed down my little yellow polka dotted paper there, a 1/2 inch, and I've mounted that on the blue. So now I'm going to take my green inks here and I'm going to use the packaging technique. I think it turns out okay. I might, in hindsight, might have preferred blending with a blending brush maybe or something. I don't hate this though. I mean, it's not terrible. I just don't know if it looks a little bit, maybe muddled is the right word. We'll see. You guys let me know. But I'm going to use the packaging technique and I'm just going to go around. And I was actually kind of good about guessing where it needed to go. I did a pretty decent job. I didn't have too far in or too far out or whatever. It just, it worked out pretty good actually. It's not like it's rocket science, to go in a circle, but sometimes, if you're trying to be, you're trying not to go too far, you go too little, and then you have to do it again anyway. So I'm going to use the mowed lawn first, and then I'll come in with the little bit lighter green. And now I've forgot what the name of it is, and I put it away, but you saw it in the beginning. I'm going to put that as second, and maybe that's why it kind of looks a little bit muddled. I didn't use this on white cardstock either, so I contemplated it, but I really wanted to use up some of this pattern paper. And again, I don't hate it. I'm just wondering if it was the best use of my ink. This is me using the little bit lighter, or a little more, I shouldn't say lighter color. It's just more muted. It's got a little more brown in it or something. And I don't remember I feel like it's shabby shutters or something. Maybe that's what it was. I did double check myself to make sure I had enough, going all around. This is another layout. I might have done a little too much. This is the second layout I've done this on where I think I'm a little heavy on the bottom. The sketch, of course, had the circle photos on the bottom. But I don't know. I feel like maybe my circle itself should have been a little higher up on the page. I don't know why I tell you guys that stuff, because it's not like at the end of the day I think it looks bad. But this is my thought process, what I'm looking at going, well, if I did this again, I might do it this way or that way. So maybe that's what I'm sharing. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I've already scuffed this here, and I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to take my photos. I will use the biggest punch. I think it's a 3-inch punch right there on the one I mentioned to you is going to be the left-hand photo. And I initially thought to myself I would use punches to mat the photos, but somehow with the sizing, I didn't really have an exact right perfect circle. I could have pulled out dies, y'all. I could have pulled out nesting dies. I have those, and I probably should have. But I just wanted to use punches, and then, again, my initial thought was to use the 2 different punches to mat it, but that didn't work out because I had 2 different photo sizes, so, oh well. Maybe next time, nesting dies, right? So I've got the one where she's sitting, looking at the camera. I've got the one where she's kind of looking away, and then the one that she's kind of just turning. And, again, she's up in that chair. They're not supposed to get on the furniture in the house, the couches, and mostly it's because their little fingernails are so long. I mean, they get trimmed, but they're still doggy fingernails. I don't want them poking a hole in the couch. They're not supposed to get up there. They do it anyway. And they're so cute. It's hard to be mad, you know. The little face, her little big old eyes, you know, and Flint does it too, and he's cute too. They're both real cute, even though they do naughty things sometimes. But this chair, I don't really care. The cushion's a little bit, it's outdoors, and it's totally fine. And I guess she just enjoys sitting up on there when it's kind of warm. Maybe the concrete's warm. I don't know. There's a porch, but maybe she just likes a cushion. Who knows? But she looks funny. She looks kind of cute sitting in that chair, and then she'll turn around and look at us. So I got my photos. I did use the punch on the actual photo, and then I just used my scissors to kind of go around the outside for the photo mat, and I just used my scissors to cut it. Tried to be a little bit, I mean, it's not extremely precise, but, you know, I try to be a little bit precise. I will put foam up underneath the middle photo here. Not that it's the best photo or anything like that, but because it's in the middle, I think it looks good. And then I'm going to build out the sides where she had those embellishment clusters drawn. I'm going to use florals. And now I get it. I've got florals on top of those lemons. And I still think it looks okay, though, because I'm bringing in that blue, adding a little bit of pink and stuff. I'm getting that red heart there with the polka dots, so it matches the paper behind the biggest photo where she's looking at the camera. And I like that a lot. I had fussy cut that out of one of the cut-aparts. And also the star. There's a little Texas star, or I'm calling it a Texas star. I don't know what you might call it. I cut that out of a fussy cut thing too. And then I'm going to end up using a bunch of these ladybugs. I don't know what in my head. I was thinking ladybug and birdie. Have no idea. Like maybe because Lady Bird, which of course that was a first lady. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking Lady Bird and then Birdie. And even though I don't hate the little ladybugs, I think they're really cute. And in fact, the other day we were out back with the bee guy, and there was just a swarm of ladybugs by this tree. They were landing all over us. It was kind of wild. I think a ladybug's actually a little beetle. I don't know if there's I think it's good luck. We didn't kill any of them. We were just kind of putting them back on the trees, but it was kind of crazy. I did find this little thing. This is not really shown in the sketch anywhere, but I thought it was cute. It was just like when life gives you lemons, make something sweet. And of course the title is going to be That's So Sweet. And so I thought that was cute. I go ahead and use a black pen to outline the yellow and white polka dot, and I went ahead and outlined the lemon paper. It just needed a little, even though I had scuffed the edges, I felt like it was kind of just flowing outward with no visual framing. I do add this little dandelion, I guess wishing flower, and I'm going to use my Nuvo glue to glue most of the pieces down. It stays a little bit flat. I mean, I've got the foam up already, the one picture. There was a few pieces in the foam good there on the left, but I decided not to use them because I had so many of the ephemera pieces. I'm going to go along here and just glue this stuff down. And then I got the ladybugs right now, kind of where she showed the journaling. Okay, so instead of words, I put the little ladybugs. But then I thought to myself, well, Christine, you're not even explaining why you're taking this picture, really. So actually, I'm going to end up at the end. You'll see this, so it's a little bit of a spoiler alert. I'm going to add some journaling to the outside of the circles. That was definitely not on the sketch. And I say that I almost had to anyway, because I think me writing on those lemons would have been really hard to see. So I'm okay with how I wrote it. I'm going to just basically write that Birdie likes to climb up into the patio furniture. I'm gluing down my little ladybugs here. This didn't take me a real long time. I fast a little bit with the ephemera, but not just terribly. You know, it wasn't terribly slow. So I was pretty proud of that. Oh, gosh, y'all, I'm tripping over my tongue. I think I need to take a drink. I'm kind of thirsty. I think I'm just kind of, I'm going to put a little foam behind that heart. I do a little foam behind the heart, And I don't know that I do any other pieces. Maybe one other piece. I'm not going to make you sit and watch me. My tape gun, I actually had to change out my tape, and it kind of got stuck. So let me see. That's kind of oh, yep, here's where I'm going to journal a little bit here. Like I said, I just write on there that Birdie likes to sit in a little patio furniture. She's really cute. Flint never does it. He doesn't do it. He's a little more, I want to say high-strung. He's a little more anxious. He paces a lot more. She's really just kind of, she's calm and collected, man. And there's our layout, you guys. Don't forget to check out the playlist. We always have a playlist for the folks playing along. And if you want to join the Facebook group, it's the Paper Snob Community. And you can play along, too. She drops a sketch in there. It's an event. And you can drop your interpretation. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.